what tools are available through Microsoft that you can use. And it's not going to be a real long training, but just something where you could see how you could utilize this in your centers as you move from paper to paperless, and how you can keep track of your employees, also of your recruitment, your staff recruitment, and other little things that we're going to show you. So in this screen, you could see it's as if you would have just logged into your Microsoft account, and down here at the bottom, we see an option that says All Apps. So if you were to click on that, you would see with the account all the different applications that you have available through Microsoft. Today, we're going to focus on only two, and these will be Planner and Team. And just going along with the training that you just had from Ms. Canty about recruitment and staff retention. So if I go here to Planner, we have created some what we call buckets. So these buckets are kind of like your sections in a filing cabinet that you would have. And we're going to select here Recruiting Team Planner. And under this, you have different sections that you can organize however you would like. But here we have a to-do section, recruitment tools, applicant tracking, potential applicants, applicant tracking hired. And then if we keep scrolling, we have applicant tracking not hired, and then potential hires for the future. So those are just some examples of how you can name these buckets or these sections. And if we go here to the first one, we see that we have an applicant, and this applicant is Rosie Garcia. So we're going to select on this one, right? And these are just some things that you are able to do. So if we select on hers, we have different things that we can do on this. We can add labels, and we can actually assign it to somebody in our team. So in this case, I'm going to assign this one to Arden, right? Let's say he's going to be the person responsible to follow up with this applicant. So you can actually put labels on each one. And since this is still an applicant, we haven't interviewed this person, we haven't hired them, we haven't onboarded any of that. So we're going to do completed app. So this person completed an application. And let's see, maybe we can have call scheduled, background completed. So let's say we already did all these things. Arden is going to see all those updates on his end. And let's say it's in progress. Priority is important because we want to hire another person. We have a position available. So we're going to set a time frame when this has to be completed. So let's say we give it a week. And then we can type a note here for Arden. We can say, Arden, please take a look at this applicant and follow up as soon as possible. So he knows that he's going to be responsible for setting up an interview, conducting the interview, and so on and so forth. You could also add attachments here. So if there's anything else relevant to this particular person, you can attach it here on this section. And both of these people, yourself and the person that you assigned it to, are going to be able to add comments as well. So we can add a comment. And we're just going to type, please take a look at the update. And then we just click anywhere on the screen and it'll take us out of there. Now, let's say that this person already has their interview process, and let's say that Arden has taken care of the tasks on his end. So this person, instead of having to fumble through paperwork and look for the applicant, look for the application, related documents, we have it here. So if we open it up, we can see Let's see if this person has taken care of their task. And if they have, let's say they've taken care of it, they would mark it. So we're gonna go back in here. Let's just refresh our screen. And if we click on it again, we should be able to see, if you notice, it disappeared from here. Why? Because all the tasks were completed, so it got moved as a potential applicant. So how did that happen? Just like this. He was over here, and since Arden completed everything, he grabbed it and moved it over to applicant tracking as a potential applicant. So he's already been through the screening process, he's done the interview, and now he is a potential hire. So if you notice here, if we click, for example, we have another person here that was already interviewed, and we can attach documents here. And this is an example of it. This person submitted an application, and we have the actual application that was submitted here. So you're able to easily retrieve the document. You're able to easily retrieve the application that was submitted. And once this person gets hired, they can get moved over to this section right here. Just grab it and move it. And once the person gets hired, there may be other things that have to be added to their list. So let's say, for example, Betsy Howard was hired the week before, and we can add a checklist to each person. So let's try that with with Rosie. So we can actually add a checklist here, and we can say, please schedule orientation. And then please, let's put schedule onboarding. Schedule, or just new hire training. So these, you can add as many as you would like. And then once you start doing them, you can start checking them off. And you're gonna be able to see progress. Now, because these tasks can be assigned to anybody on your team that you choose, the person that completes them can start checking them off. So you can assign the task, but somebody else can take care of it. And you would be able to see the progress that's being done on that particular task. So we're gonna go ahead and close this. Now, let's say that the person is already hired, but now you're starting to have to do some training, start including them in the team, working along with everybody else. So how do you do that within Microsoft? Let's go ahead and open this one. So just a second. We're gonna go back to the home page where we were, and we're gonna open up Microsoft. So that's what everything that we had in Planner, okay? So, but you can add and you can customize this as you would like. And now we're gonna move over to the home page where we were before, and we're gonna go to Teams. Everything that was already done here, you can actually view it within this other application, Teams, or you can view it separately. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So if we go to and we open Teams, Teams would be the place where you would go for collaboration with your employees, but it is also a place where you can store files. You can also include employee training, videos, a lot of things that they would be able to access. So If we come here in Teams and we go to the team recruitment, which is the one that we were working on in Planner, we're going to be able to see the same layout that we had in Planner. So if we go here, we have the same information that we had in Planner. But something interesting or very, very useful about Teams is that you would be able to share this with your new hires. And for example, if you were to go to onboarding, we created a simple form that a new hire would have to fill out. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And you would share this with this person. And they would have multiple choice on each question if you want them to. So whenever they fill out their answers, you would be able to see their responses. And this could be part of what you do for training. So let's say, for example, you ask these questions. What should be done before a child comes into the facility every morning? So is it check to see if they have their lunch bag, remove their shoes, check their temperature, or feed them breakfast? So right now, because of the situation with COVID, a lot of places require that their temperature be checked. So we're going to go ahead and select that one. If a child has a temperature, what should be the next step? So then you can go through this questionnaire. Your new hire can go through it. So let's say they go ahead and select it. And then if they develop a symptom of illness throughout the day, let's say they select it and then they submit their answers. If you go back to your form, you're going to be able to see the person's responses. So this could be very useful for you when you do trainings with your employees in order to keep all that information in one place. So you could also have, for example, upcoming webinars, registration links. You can add files. You can add videos. You could also, let's say I want to have a meeting with somebody on my team. I look for them. And all I have to do is select their picture and have a video call or have a phone call. So those are all things that you are actually able to do within Teams. And we're going to go ahead, like I said, this was just a brief demonstration of some of the things that through Microsoft you're able to utilize to have everything in one place, and also to be able to have it in a secure location. And the big advantage of this is that only people that you give access to or accounts to will be able to see everything that you have. And in regards to applicant tracking, for example, not everybody in your team will be able to see all of this information, only those that you select. So it keeps your staff privacy the way it should be, and it'll help you to also keep the privacy of not only your staff, but also if you have to talk about students or children that are in your center for some reason, you could also securely do it through Teams, through the chat in Teams. And that'll help you to be more efficient when you're doing your applicant hiring, and also, like I mentioned, in a more secure way.